Marvel just had one of its biggest nights at D23, and the reveals were much bigger than a simple new trailer. The new Avengers Doomsday footage gave fans a closer look at Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, and one of the most interesting moments puts him directly against Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards. That confrontation alone is enough to get people talking, but the footage also revealed something even more important for Marvel's future. Sentinels are coming. These giant machines have always been closely connected to the fight against mutants, so seeing them appear here makes it look like the X-Men story is about to become a major part of the larger MCU conflict. And then, Marvel brought back some of the biggest names from the original X-Men movies, with Patrick Stewart returning as Professor X and Ian McKellen returning as Magneto. Seeing those characters alongside the newer generation could make Doomsday a much bigger bridge between the old and new versions of the mutant universe than fans expected. But D23 wasn't finished. Marvel finally revealed the full cast for its new X-Men movie, and this is where things get really interesting. Sadie Sink is officially Jean Grey, and fans already know that her character has been introduced around the MCU, making it clear that Marvel has been planting these pieces before revealing the bigger picture. Kit Connor is Cyclops, giving Scott Summers a completely new version for the next generation. Samara Weaving is Emma Frost, a character who can be both a powerful telepath and one of the most complicated figures around the X-Men. Christopher Abbott is Professor X, meaning Marvel is building a completely new version of Charles Xavier, while the original Professor X is still appearing in the current multiverse story. Maya Boyd is Storm, Inde Navarrette is Rogue, and then there's Adam Driver as Mister Sinister. And that last casting might be one of the most interesting because Mister Sinister isn't just another random villain. He's deeply connected to mutant genetics, experimentation, and some of the darkest parts of X-Men history. So Marvel isn't simply assembling a superhero team, they're already putting some very dangerous pieces on the board. Then, just when fans thought Night couldn't get bigger, Marvel showed the first trailer for VisionQuest. Paul Bettany is returning as Vision, continuing the story that began with WandaVision and continued through Agatha all along, but this time he's facing someone fans never expected to see again in this way, James Spader's Ultron. The two characters have a history that goes all the way back to Avengers Age of Ultron, and bringing them together again could give VisionQuest a much more personal conflict than fans were expecting. And there's another interesting detail. Vision isn't simply returning as the same character we remember. After everything he's experienced, including his death, resurrection, and identity crisis, VisionQuest looks like it's going to explore exactly who Vision is now. So when you put everything Marvel showed at D23 together, there's a much bigger picture emerging. Doomsday is bringing Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four, Sentinels, and the original X-Men into the same story, while Marvel is simultaneously building a younger mutant generation with Jean Grey, Cyclops, Storm, Rogue, Emma Frost, and Mister Sinister. And in the middle of all that, Vision and Ultron are reopening one of the MCU's oldest conflicts. Marvel isn't just bringing back old characters for nostalgia anymore. It looks like they're using them to connect the universe we've already watched with the one they're building next. And after what we saw at D23, the biggest question isn't whether the X-Men are finally coming. The question is just how important they're going to become. That's all for now. Which D23 reveal are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments, and follow for more entertainment news.